Hey guys, so this is our first video and our topic today is going to be chess. So today we're going to be just playing each other, me and my friend Sanjay. Say hi.
Hi.
So we're going to be playing each other and seeing like we're just going to be going through like common openings that you'll see, like not really openings but like a common game that you'll see very often in games, in beginner chess games. So without further ado, let's play.
So I will accept this challenge, and I am white here. And so a very common opening move that you'll see for white as a beginner is e4. This takes center control, and it also allows for other pieces to get a move out.
So, common opening e4, correct, Sanjay?
Yes.
Common response would be e5, preventing the pawn from moving more forward and gaining center control.
And now my piece wants to attack the pawn and maybe even develop itself. So my knight just might go to f3, attack and develop, which is a very good move.
So, another response to knight f3 would be knight to c6, developing a knight, but at the same time protecting this e5 pawn from from the knight on f3 to take.
Guys, there are many various openings from here, like d4 scotch. But let's start with the general topic. So from here, white may just play knight c3. This is because he might just want to protect his pawn, make more development, and keep going in the game.
So another response, a very common response to this, is knight to f6. This develops a knight and attacks this e4 pawn, because if this knight ever moves and this knight is right here, we just get a free pawn.
Okay, well, I just need to develop my pieces now. Well, that's the beginning of the game. So let me develop my bishops. Bishop c4 looks like a good move here because it gives the bishop a lot of space and good opportunity to attack.
So now that Sanjay has moved bishop to c4, I will be doing a similar thing to that, bishop c5. The reason why we move these bishops is it attacks this pawn on f2 and on f7, the weak chains on in every chess game. These f pawns are usually known as the poison pawn or foolish Freddy. That's because the king is the only piece that protects it.
So now, a very common move, which I will be playing here, is just castling, trying to protect that pawn by my rook when I castle.
And another thing that you'll see from players is some people might castle, but it's not as common as the move d6. This move opens up a pathway for your bishop to move along, and also to create a pin to this knight to the queen.
Now, I'm just going to play knight d5. This is because I want to maybe get like tension off the center. Center tension is very difficult to control, and the faster you get out of it, the easier. So I just played knight d5.
So as we mentioned before, if this knight moves away, this pawn on e4 is guarded. So we have an opportunity to just take.
Now, Kashish here has taken the pawn, but now I can simply just keep attacking and make his pieces move around by playing that stunning move d3, because now I can even develop my other bishop while he has to move his knight.
So Sanjay had made a really great point, and now he can actually make all my pieces go all around the place. And our knight being here is not healthy. So we're going to need to go back to f6, because it's the only logical move, because every other square is attacked by another piece.
Now, I just want to place a good fork here. Sorry, not a good fork, a good pin. So my bishop will just be coming to g5, pinning the knight to the queen. And so basically, he cannot take it. He cannot take my knight, or else his queen's gone.
So Sanjay has played a really, really good move, and you could play h6 in this situation, but that's not going to do much. It's just going to weaken your kingside structure a little bit. You could play it if you want to, but since we cannot stop the pin we should move to bishop g4, at least having future attacks planned.
Okay. He has played that. So now I will just have to wait for a moment and see what you do. So I'm just going to play a waiting move, c3. Maybe also looking for an imminent attack with pawn d4.
So now that Sanjay has played c3, that prevents our knight from coming to d4. That's a good move on his part. Since he's playing a waiting move, that might give us a little advantage to attack his bishop and stop it from the pin.
Okay, so Kashish here has tried to attack my bishop. Now, I think right here, the best move for any beginner to really play here is just taking on f6, because now you're gonna be you're gonna technically be attacking the queen, which he has to take with f6, like with the g pawn, which will double his pawns.
So Sanjay has made a really good move. He made it so I have to take with the g pawn, and now that I take, his knight cannot capture because I have my queen right here. But even though my pawns are doubled, I have a good move with rook to g8, having an open file for my rook to cruise on.
Now, I will play the stunning move b4, trapping the bishop, because now it's being attacked and cannot move anywhere.
So now that my bishop is being attacked, I have to move it because I don't want to lose my bishop this early in the game. So the most logical move would be b6.
Okay, now because Kashish had moved b6, let me continue my attack. Instead of taking with the knight, I will move my a pawn and maybe proceed to maybe take the bishop with my that pawn.
So this is a common scenario that you'll find yourself in, where your bishop is being cornered to the end. One way to defend this, and it's a pretty common way that you'll see a lot, is moving your a6 pawn. This not only makes it moves a pawn a little, but it also gives your bishop another square on a7 to be at.
Well, now that he's got to move his bishop to a7, why not force it? I'll just move my pawn to a5, giving me a nice pawn structure and make him push his bishop back.
So now that I have to put my bishop back, I mean, it's kind of useless. Sanjay had played a really good move for that, and I have to try to get it out later in the game so it's not unactive the whole game and not doing anything.
Now I want to kick out his bishop. It's really having an annoying pin here, so I'll just play pawn h3.
That was a really good move on Sanjay's part, but there are some traps you can make. There are a few traps that you have right here. They're really risky, and we will not be going over them in this tutorial or this game. So common move many people will do is h5. We cannot take the knight because when queen comes out, there's another attacker on this f6 pawn, and that creates a lot of problems.
Well, according to me, you could have taken, but that is your preference. Now I will just play the move g4, continuing this attack, because it doesn't matter to me of king safety right now, but I will need to try to get that bishop inactive.
So that was a good move, but you need to anticipate that, well, you probably anticipated this, but rook g8. This stops this pawn from taking my bishop because then it's a straight attack to the king. So this is a really good pin, and now the bishop is safe.
I will just try to keep moving up my pieces, maybe improving their positions. Now that I'm out of the pin, I might just play a good move like knight h4, getting into a better square slightly.
That was a really good move, Sanjay. I mean, there aren't many moves that I can play right now. I was thinking of pushing my pawn to h5 or f5, but now the knight has stopped that. There are many moves that I can play. Let's think.
What would be a common move by a beginner here?
Many people might play, they might want to chase the bishop, but there's some bad tricks that can happen. I think many people might chase this bishop. They don't like that bishop being there. They might want to get rid of it.
Especially beginners, they definitely want to move they're very uncomfortable when pieces are starting to get very close. So now, I am thinking about a very drastic move here. I might need a minute. This is a very complicated situation.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be the end of part 1. Stay tuned for the next part.